Invoker, Iceberg's favorite, and an anti-mage as well. With whatever's left in the pool, what would you like to see as a FlyToMoon core hero to go up against this Medusa?
I think I'm still okay with the Terrorblade if they want to go for it. I know some teams don't really like it so much, but I feel like the reflection of the Medusa is just insane. Sure, now you can toggle your split shot. It's a little bit easier to play around it too, because you can see the animation, but it's in the midst of fights, you know, it's not going to happen that she's able to toggle. And yeah, that reflection actually kills your whole team.
Yeah.
Like actually. And that's what we go back to, like, the old counters. I think this was like 2 years ago actually at like a summit when it became the Medusa meta. It was Medusa versus Terrorblade every single game. And then the other ones, like you said, they're banned, right? The AM, the PL, the Arc Ward, and the other big ones. So I'd imagine FlyToMoon probably goes back for something like that.
They go for the Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah, an adjustment that FlyToMoon had in that previous series, they always went for like an aggressive support in the opening of second phase, like a Witch Doctor or an Ench, something to just try and have a little bit more fight in them. But I guess because they've already shown this Medusa, they want to try and, it's all about protect the Medusa, right? Get to that fight, the Bloodseeker will cause havoc, and then, you know, the Oracle will be able to back it up. And when you don't have jump already, in terms of FlyToMoon, they only have Tiny, I can see, yes, nice Oracle pick overall.
No way to reposition.
Whoa.
No way to reposition though, right? That's the one thing about
Yeah.
Venge when you're versus Tiny with the Dusa, is like sometimes it can be a little scary for Dusa because she gets tossed back. Venge is that best hero just because you bring her out of any of that situation. Oracle can save, but can't reposition so much. This is
It's a nice one, I think.
it's interesting pick, right? Because Medusa does have a pretty like insane intelligence gain. It's a 4.0 int gain, which is like the highest, I think, the on Agi heroes. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it is
it
the
is.
highest. So that mana burn in the later stages is going to be very impactful, but early stage it doesn't really do a whole lot. But you can hunt in the back lines. So this is a hero that I think is a bit undervalued in a lot of situations.
It's also very good against the Bloodseeker as well, right? Like, it's pretty much this position 4 Nyx will always be able to do something within the game. And they
They
actually
pick
go,
Bat into the Nyx.
Yeah, that used to be one of like the hard counters because you walk around in Firefly, you're gonna get stunned by the Carapace no matter what.
I think the reasoning though is, sure, you have this position 4 Nyx that can counter, you know, the Bloodseeker, Bloodright, the Firefly and Batrider. It's still the fact that if 5 men have a strong start and can just swarm their opponent, right? Batrider, Bloodseeker, they're heroes that with one item they want to go. You know, Drum on Batrider, Veil on Bloodseeker. This low-level Nyx isn't really going to be able to truly do a lot of damage if that early window of the game is 5 men.
But where does Bat go now? Is that Chessie Bat?
I would expect it to be the Chessie Bat. Off-lane Bloodseeker, safe-lane Medusa, and then they'll pick Misery's hero last. And then FlyToMoon pick up the Morphling.
Okay, so their 4 position has to kind of round out their team fight and catch, because right now their only catch is really at the Batrider.
I expect like Earth Spirit will
That's what
probably
I'm
be
thinking too.
the obvious answer. They ban out AA on FlyToMoon. Interesting. I think if 5 men picked AA, they'd have like a really wonky, terrible draft.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked the AA, but I guess they just really want to make sure that this Morphling always is going to be able to have a good game. And they have like Undying Soul Rip and stuff. I could see why they do the AA, but
And
yeah,
maybe
I
they
agree.
don't consider it to be Chessie Batrider, and they think that maybe a core AA might
That
be
is very true.
on the table.
This is where knowing Misery is a little bit stubborn going into his old age, and he might have just told his team, I'm
Going
playing this.
into his old age? Come on, don't do us like
Man's
that.
getting
just
the
spitting
cane
truth,
out.
man. I love you,
find him a
Misery,
retirement
but, you know.
home.
But like this could be, you know, this could be the time that we see the Bloodseeker 4, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the one possibility that they
Yeah.
can switch up a little bit. I see the 2 bans. Yeah, just make sure Morphling has the best game. Lina, those other one they just pop. Even though they have Nyx, they ban the Lina. So that's just saying we want Morphling to have a very, very solid game. Okay.
Question is, what is the general hero right now that's going to be able to provide them that team fight and a little bit of lockdown? Because they have.
Oh,
so
wait,
many
so you were
small-
looking for a general hero, not an iceberg hero? You're expecting it to be tiny mid?
I would expect that. Yeah,
Okay.
I expect Tiny mid and then Nyx 4.
That's probably why they're doing the Batrider then, right? Because they're
Yeah.
assuming it's going to be that tiny mid.
But again, because 5 men a second pick, they get to
They
see
can
everything.
See everything, yeah. Then they can adjust.
I mean, 5 men seem to be... I'm actually not sure what they're targeting. They ban out a Venomancer, and then they ban out a Storm Spirit.
I think
Seem
that-
like opposite ends of the spectrum here.
No, they're dabbling in both. You know, it's like you might flex this way, you might flex that way, but we've got
Cover
covered.
our bases.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, fine.
I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of like melee kind of heroes on FlyToMoon versus Batrider, Dusa, and like Bloodseeker. Like, how do you kill this Medusa if they just, you know, play their draft, right?
That's my thought, right? It's like you're relying pretty much on the Nyx to be your Medusa answer, Bloodseeker answer, and Batrider answer.
Yeah.
You know, like Tombstone, not really that much value because Medusa can just click it down. Tiny, who he can probably blow up Oracle. But like Batrider naturally gets tanky with BKB, Medusa obviously tanky, and Bloodseeker can go for a pipe this game. So I am scared that FlyToMoon are very much hoping for Morphling to be like unkillable, and then all the soft counters they have in their draft then come online when Morphling's online. But before that, I am a little bit scared. Unless they pick up some super active offlaner that can maybe set some tempo.
Put mid Nyx.
Oh yeah.
5 Undying, 4 Tiny, pick an offlaner, right? I don't know.
No, so offlane Undying with the Nyx 4.
I mean, if you're looking for a general hero, then I don't know, maybe Slardar to help amplify this Morphling's damage. Find something to jump on the backline so that Nyx isn't the only one who has to initiate.
Maybe Pango.
I'm not sure.
You can go. They're so weak in lane. Actually, you just lose the game.
Yeah.
Seems like you're already leaning 5-men's draft quite a bit.
Yeah, but their draft also looks weird. To
There's
me,
a lot of question marks here.
The only reason I'm leaning slightly towards 5 men is just because you have the first 3 heroes in FlyToMoon all kind of do the same role, and it's not like they're not scary to look at. I don't see them moving to a tower and going, "This is my tower now." It's just a little bit. Whilst like 5 men, this Batrider Bloodseeker will cause so much havoc. I'm seeing a big win condition, getting free farm, and then they just get to plow down towers together. I'm not seeing that kind of like group timing on FlyToMoon yet, unless they just outplay. And then they have the DP.
Okay, so that's the put mid versus that bat. So then they have to switch up their lane. So what, offlane Nyx with a Tiny support and an Undying plus Morphling top?
Honestly, knowing general, it could just be a
Could
core
even just be a core Nyx
I think it's
even.
just a core Nyx knowing general.
Looks like a pretty weak lane. I think they can abuse that lane.
Yeah.
If they know that this Tiny and Nyx are bottom, they can just pick a... Actually, they already have the Oracle and Dusa down there, probably.
Yeah. Will 5 men be creative?
I mean, that's why they banned the AA, even more so, right? Morphling plus Death Prophet. Then it makes sense that they did go for that.
Okay, so...
All right. I like
Who's
this.
this is a Zibe Enigma?
I would imagine so.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's a
okay, fine.
support
Let's take it from the
bat?
top. You know the mid lane matchup is likely going to be Death Prophet. Who do you
Yes.
want to send mid between the Deuce of the Bat?
Send Dusa.
Okay.
Dusa
So
beats mid.
Yep.
now
Bat loses mid to Death Prophet. So then you have to move your lanes around.
So let's look at the safe lane now.
Ugh, how do they set up their lanes?
Yeah.
Oh god, 5 men's lanes look like they're gonna be really awkward.
These odds are also looking pretty awkward because 5 men actually beat FlyToMoon last time they met up, but 2.14 to 1.65.
I think 5 men will just be not stubborn, but they'll just go for like the default laning where it'll be the bat mid with the just Dusa Oracle safe lane, and I expect it probably to be the Misery on the Enigma, and then Zibe on Bloodseeker off lane. The only flex that they could do would then just be swapping the Medusa again, like into mid, like we said, and then maybe putting that Bloodseeker and swapping the lanes on side. But realistically, I think they're just going to go for normal lanes and just let Chessie play out his normal game of mid. Don't put him too creative, because when they have flexed him to the side lane, it's not been that pretty. So just let him play a mid.
Yeah,
does feel
but
like-
does a 4-position Enigma also look that pretty? Because you were suggesting Misery Enigma, so...
Oh, this is where they just complete curveball and it's somehow a 4-position Bloodseeker. But either way, I like the change up that these
Sure.
teams have done. So
I think 5 men's draft looks super wonky. I don't
Yeah.
know, like Bat
It is.
Rider, Oracle, Bloodseeker, Dusa. How do you do stuff? I feel like you can't do anything. I feel like you're gonna get ran at. I feel like if you start losing lanes, you just horrifically lose this
yeah,
game.
that's the key thing. I think if they don't lose their lanes and they're allowed to do that kind of like slow build up to their item timings, then they will be very scary. If they get outplayed in lanes, which we've seen them, get dumpster before, then I can see this game just being super messy and they can't actually get any foothold on the map. But if the lanes go well, it could be a very enjoyable game to watch from the 5-man perspective.
I think either way, this is going to be an enjoyable series to watch. It's going to be a best of 5, and I want you to use your channel points wisely because we're going to be sending over to Slacks.
5 men. FlyToMoon. To the battlefield.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come. My name is Sir Action Slacks. This is Lacoste, buddy. It is the grand finals of Divine Division. Are you ready, pal?
I'm ready. I definitely did not think, that I'm going to be casting this tournament with you most of the time. When I signed up, I've read in my contract saying analyst, not a clown, but here we are, and two clowns. I mean, you're getting the best out of me, Slacks, anyway. So.
That is true. You always give the best, It is a shame. This was supposed to be the tournament that excelled you to become the Grand Finals caster for TI, and it has been wasted. I am so sorry. Is this BM, is the question.
So what does that mean? Is this bad-mannered? Is this Brood Mother? Is this Beast Master?
Bat Master? I'm not quite sure.
Blade Master, that juggernaut from Dota 1 days.
Blade Master. What a name. Can we go ahead and look at the Bat Rider, please? This is one of the greatest sets in history, by the way. It is actually a vampire. That's him. So in this set,
that's Dracula.
That is actually, he's wearing the same clothes as Bat Rider. It's him as a bat. Don't even understand how that's possible in any way through any universe, but he is riding himself as a bat. Incredible. Anyway, Lacoste, let's talk about this lane matchup here. You, of course, got 5 men and FlyToMoon, Chessie, into that middle lane as that iconic Bat Rider versus, you won't believe this, a actual spinal column from a Brontosaurus. That is tiny right there. Very scary. What do you think about this matchup?
What I think about this set, I still think it's super ugly. There's much better tiny sets. Yeah, but what about the... Oh, you meant about the matchup of the heroes. Okay, I get it. So, yeah, I mean, Tiny's going to struggle once Bat Rider gets, like, level 3. His turn rate not the best in the game, even though the turn rate got nerfed in the previous patch. I want to see how this bottom lane goes. So far... good for Morphling. Always want to fly. This is his classic hero where he just goes in and do stuff. Like, I want to die after I use all of my spells. He started with the Boots of Speed, which I really like, so he can chase down the Eidolons.
And it looks like, this is just a great lane for an Undying in general, right? I mean, Bloodseeker needs to be near creeps, at least near them somewhere to be viable in lane. This guy wants to just run at people, so... I think this one will be in the favor of Mr. Morphling, should they do something horrifically dumb, but we would never see something like that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Chessie going in deep on that Bat Rider, making sure not to get that tower aggro or he'd be dead. That's something I could never do. Very scary. Do you know how tower aggro works, Lacoste?
Yeah, you don't click on hero when you're near the tower. It's that simple. Or if you get attacked, you click on something else. Mind blown.
That's actually... I never knew. Pylai Dai making his way out of there, cutting that O essential tree, which I think should be, I spent a little time making that tree special. It is a very important tree. Could have some carvings carved
it's like a Christmas tree, but in the middle of a summer.
It's true. So many presents come out from that beautiful tree. Middle lane, you got not even close to the best last hits here. Morphling doing fantastic, but they're not slowing down the Dusa in top either.
Both of these safe laners are going to farm much. I think Oracle and Medusa, strong lane. One thing I'm worried about is them having like 3 melee heroes into Enigma, Medusa, Bat Rider, and Bloodseeker. Also, if you did not notice, this is a position for Bloodseeker, something that I was thinking about when it first got changed. And I thought I was really dumb that it's bad, but, we've seen it mostly as position 3. Now Misery's running 4. 1 CS, so far so good, 3 minutes in.
Maybe you weren't wrong, Lacoste. Maybe it is really, really bad, but we'll find out.
I just don't think they have enough kill potential in this lane. Like, Enigma wants to farm. There's no pressure coming out from Enigma, just straight up denying the lane, trying to deny as many creeps as possible with the Eidolons. And that's it. I don't think the hero pairing is good. I still think it could be viable in certain situations. I just don't think this is the one.
This is when times start to get tough for our friend Undying. He has spammed his heart out, but now mana is getting low. But Morphling, he has made it to level 3 without dying, and that is the weakness of Morph. You kill him before he's 3. It's not that hard.
The whole point of having Bloodseeker is to have another stun in the lane to keep them inside the Blood Rite.
How's that going? I haven't seen that before. Not yet to see the combo. But, you know.
I mean, they need to have a lot of mana, you know, a lot of mana sustain in this lane if they want to use Malefice. They have a lot of circle in the mid-game fights.
Yes.
You know, Midnight Pulse, Bloodright. I love the circles, like Mars Arena plus Wukong's Command.
It is beautiful to have circles upon the map, nice and even. Imagine if they were triangles, how hideous they would be. Nobody likes those disgusting geometry shapes. So nice, beautiful circles coming out here. This lane looks pretty good. Death Prophet seems to be just owning now. 25 last hits, doing quite well.
One of the reasons why he's maxing out Soul Rip in this lane is there's a lot of units from Enigma, the Eidolon, so he's getting the maximum efficiency from it.
That is efficient. Eidolons, man, those things are goddamn weird, dude.
Yeah, what are they?
So they're tiny little enigmas. Apparently in the Enigma comic, you could just transform people into them and they're just like little Enigma men. It doesn't make any sense. They frighten me. I don't understand it. Imagine if when you went and wanted to grab things sometimes, little Lacoste would come out, like 4 of them, and just run off into the darkness.
That's what happened when I went to the toilet yesterday.
Oh my god, they climbed out of the toilet. What a nightmare that would be. Would you kill them, or would you save them, or what would you do?
I mean, why would you kill your kid?
I'm not. I mean, they're obviously like little demons. They're like fully grown Lacoste, just running around. Nice double stun there. Blocking the Christmas tree, as we called it, trying to chase that. And
that's
nice
the first blood.
We don't miss first blood. This is the grand finals, for God's sakes. We play best observers in the business. And we have, okay, 56 minutes till I'm literally fired. So that's great. Good. Keep those votes
just
coming.
Keep talking fast. Let's go.
Here we go. Morphling attacking with right hand, left hand, right hand. Here we go. Hitting the creep now. Creep dies. Little babies going out. Toodaloo, little ones. Yeah,
I've seen only one game of Nyx Assassin, and he looked okay-ish. I think this is going to be all right. Lasso.
Ooh, there we go. Lasso in the middle lane. Nice TP out, trying to save him, give him a little bit of heals. He is able to make it there. Instant TP. No stuns on this team. Looking pretty
12
good.
HP.
Woo!
He actually survived. Popped the magic one before. They just needed one extra hit, one extra thick.
One extra thick hit. My boy coming in here. Always want to fly with a nice soul rip, giving that precious 12 HP. Incredible. Incredible moves. And his reward, free XP too. That's why you rotate, you stupid assholes in my pub games.
Yeah, look at it, all the XP. And he's praying to God right now. You know, I do not want this Tiny to have boots. I want him to come to mid lane as slow as possible so I can get myself to level 5, 7 minutes in on the Undying. Undying's actually having a good time, you know. All this hero is about not feeding. He's 0-0-0. He secured the lane for Morphling on bottom. And now, you know, got some good levels. The hero does not have any ability to farm.
No, only farms heroes, I'm afraid, Lacoste, the most manliest of heroes. Can only kill for money.
Yeah. To go back to Nyx Assassin talk.
Sure.
There's a lot of uncontrollable damage. You know, he puts the Bloodright, Medusa Split Shot, Batrider, Midnight Pulse. He's going to be setting up kills pretty much everywhere.
That's right. Misery running away from that team, much like he ran away from OG a little too early. As he can oh boy. I love Misery though. He's been on so many teams. He's always been the staple of Dota. I've always been a fan.
Yeah, I mean, me and Misery go back to Dota 1 days. I just love the old Misery more. You know, this one's more calm. I still remember a game when Misery...
Oh, speaking of which...
Speaking of
Misery...
Misery...
death here by the Death Prophet. Everyone giving her some room. General picking that up, but sorry to interrupt.
So we're playing official game.
Yep.
You know, Misery goes godlike on his Mirana, and then he dies like 3 times in a row. Dude just disconnects.
Wow.
And we still win the game 4 versus 5.
Fantastic. First time I met Misery. Oh, watch out! Here we go. Enigma getting taken down there. Tombstone is used, but NBD, not a big deal. as they are able to pick up that kill. So first time I met Misery, TI4, he was sitting outside Key Arena with no tail, talking to have a smoke. No pro player had ever spoken to me. And I walked by and I was like, oh my goodness, you guys are on a Dota team, right? They're like, yes. And no tail, he gave me complete time of day. He was talking to me. And I asked Misery what his name was, because I never heard of him. He said it was Misery. And I said, well, you're so nice, they should call you a Kindness. And he said, that's fucking stupid.
Well, you really
never
know
spoke
how
to me again. Sadie here.
How to approach a conversation.
Jesse with a fantastic grab. Wants to take out that Death Prophet. Puts her on the cliff. That is one cliffed lady. Will cost him his life, but she burns as well. And gotta say, pretty okay trades there, you know? Look at that, 210 versus 260. I think Jesse's okay.
He's more than fine. I'm just afraid that this lineup from 5 men is gonna end up like the one they had with the Alchemist. They just got ran over in 20 minutes.
It's true, but you know, your Medusa does have decent farm.
You always have Medusa to defend the high ground. Their tower damage is great on FlyToMoon. However, you know, that Prophet ulti, one of the best tier 3 siegers in the game.
Pylon die, so he's in some big trouble. His eyes get even wider than usual as they take him out, thrown into the air. Now, I will say, I agree with you. In fact, I might be a dumb player, but I have literally no idea why you would pick a Bat Rider and an Enigma into a Nyx Assassin. But I will say, 0 BKB piercing stuns on FlyToMoon for that Enigma should he get a BKB.
Eventually, if they don't, you know, get completely ran over. I love this. General, like he's playing the offlane Dead Prophet, building the Veil. There's a ton of magical damage. If Morphling decides to go for Shotgun, you have Nyx, you have Tiny combo. Well, eventually he's gonna get it. So, you know, this item is one of the best one in the game right now where you need to have one. Chessy, this seems like a dead Undying.
Oh yeah, always want to fly in some serious trouble here. He's gonna pop a Tombstone, trying to go for some heals. Nothing around though, and he will burn back to the dirge with you, boy. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Enigma getting gone on by the Nyx Assassin and the Death Prophet, making his way out. Exhibit is no more. And we will see things pretty substantial for FlyToMoon. They are getting a run at with this Prophet, my friend. I guess you should say Death Prophet.
Death Prophet, yeah, when you say Prophet, I'm thinking
this
about
Crobolus.
Crobolus. Oh, that's the name that I have not heard in such a long time.
Here comes Crobolus.
Dirge.
Grabbing here, going in. Bat Rider, there's the Nyx Assassin, the strength against the Bat Rider, instantly popping that, stopping him. Meanwhile, Morphling joins the fight. Gotta take out that Oracle first, always the first target. Barely slinking away with some HP. Look at this guy, he's even standing there on the high ground, torturing them, mocking them with his 5 HP. And nobody gets anything out of that fight, Lacoste.
Well, I guess FlyToMoon is the real 5-man team here, you know, just bringing all 5 heroes. 12 minutes in, they want to put some pressure on the tower. Dead Prophet ulti is up. Right now, FlyToMoon's lineup seems like much, much stronger, especially because Tiny is getting closer to his Blink Dagger, and he found a really nice item. Faded Brooch, mana, exactly what he needed, plus a Phase Boots Windlace. So even without the Blink Dagger, he can still find the good targets.
That's right, but there is a cost to that. You 5-man this early on FlyToMoon. Not only are you doing that against 5 men, but if you don't get kills, if you don't get XP, that Dusa is just farming. Put yourself on this time limit. It's much like going out with the bros, you know? Trying to find a date in the night. I mean, the more guys you take, the less chance you have of getting successful. And just go to the bar and look sad. Maybe things will work out better for you.
Have you ever done that strategy?
Just go to the bar and look sad almost every night.
No, but does it ever work? You know, do you ever get the ladies?
You know what? I'm going to give you guys some real advice. Don't pick up ladies at a bar. Don't pick up dudes at a bar. Find someone that shares your common interest. And if your common interest is alcoholism, change your life. Don't do that, you know? Every successful relationship is somebody that I met at work, someone that I met at school. And if you don't meet anyone, get a hobby for God's sakes, all right? Don't be like Rich and look for somebody on their WoW server. Okay, get out there, boys and girls.
This is actually a good advice. People don't take you seriously, but, you know.
I don't know why.
I really have no idea. What could it be?
Dusa shows her face for half a second and 5 people TP to murder her as she effortlessly just walks away from that scenario.
Yeah, this was a well-executed gank.
Bye-bye. A gentle retreat. Meanwhile, though, they managed to get one. Jesse a little bit out of position there, going to get picked up.
Most of the players here would just use tiny combo right on Batrider, but he tossed it on the Dead Prophet, knowing there's going to be a flame break, so that extra bit of damage coming out from Siphon actually got the kill.
No, he missed the impale.
Move the camera away. We do not want to see that.
My God, no, Roger. That makes me sad.
I don't think they would even get a kill. Like, Tiny was close. I just don't think he was close enough to actually get a good initiation.
Yeah.
Enigma with the Blink Dagger now. Position 3 Enigma. I think this is a smoke time for 5 men.
Look at this Enigma farm. Is that good?
Yeah, it's okay. I
Yeah.
mean, considering the lane that he had a position 4 Bloodseeker with him, for God's
That's
sake.
true, that's true. Well, we do have a Blink Dagger up on the Tiny, so we're going to see even more aggression coming out from him, as we've seen so many times, and my time is dwindling. Don't forget to, oh my God, there we go. We got the Undying put in by the creeps. Undying now be able to soul rip a little bit. He's going to have to just stay there and fight. Meanwhile, Chessie getting chased down as your Bloodseeker. Iceberg with just a little tippity-tap, a little tippity-tippity. Okay, there we go.
Come on. Like VTune came into the river, he is the river himself and does not get a kill. A bit disappointed there, you know, by Iceberg.
Yes, indeed. My time is running out. Don't forget in the chat to vote to fire me so I can finally leave. I will be replaced by Odie Pixel. Please make it faster as Death Prophet goes on top of the Oracle. Oracle not predicting this one, Lacoste. Oh, maybe he did! Black Hole on 2. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a million guys that can stun Black Hole on this team, and they all die. So might be able to pick up Nyx Assassin here, walking away. Nice heal coming out from Undying. Now Death Prophet in a little bit of a bad time. The mini Enigma's hitting him up, but Death Prophet making her way out. And it looks like Oracle just sacrificed his teammates and ran away.
Yeah, this is never a good sign when Bloodseeker is using Rupture as a defensive tool to just, you know, keep them in place. As you mentioned, there's so many abilities to stun Enigma before he gets a BKB, even though it was a good Black Hole. Medusa just farming for now, so it's a FlyToMoon in full control of this game. We can see the difference in XP and gold.
Full control, my friend. Full control.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers doesn't say that. It's a 2k gold lead for them. But Morphling, like, you don't necessarily need to deal with Medusa straight away. You just kill the rest and deal with her a bit later.
I gotta admit, I still think 5 men have a chance here. If they legitimately get a blink and a BKB on Enigma, with Medusa have that kind of space, we could see a game. We already have blink on Enigma, half of the arm of Exodia. We just need one more arm, and then it could potentially be a much different game. But FlyToMoon, they've got to keep the pressure on. We saw that 5-man rotation, a couple failed ones.
Grobo.
Oh God, that's good for Deucey. And for Morphling.
Yeah, when I say they're in full control, I'm not adding any stupid moves into the equation. Like, I'm not talking about them diving tier 4 tower.
Well, that doesn't count. There we go. Easy kill there. Enigma blinking in, showing that blink, and instantly getting gone on. Deuce trying to make some room for the team. Pops that tombstone. The zombies will not be able to help. And a frozen giant zombie man into stone as an insta buyback on the Oracle. Lacoste, they've got to do this. They have got to put pressure on as FlyToMoon. Will they be able to win this fight, however? And Batrider's TP was canceled. This is a good time to go, is it not?
It is. That Prophet ulti is up. Is she level 12 or is she a level below? Yeah, she's level 11. You want to have that level 2 ulti before you pop it. It goes double.
Nice double stuns there, but didn't really do any damage. These guys have got to make a move. Batrider cannot come into this fight. This is on their favor. Chessie's TP was canceled. They're actually going to pull back Lacoste. 12-3, you're in the lead. But they're playing it safe, as so many people have before. Playing it safe in a chance for greatness.
That Prophet ulti is just 2 times stronger. Now, she's level 12. They might actually get into Roche Pit and just take the Roche by force. I don't think 5 men.
That's my boy Philly coming out there. Philosopher's Stone for whoever wants it. Death Prophet Ult as Lacoste. Imagine they go straight on to that Roshan.
They have enough sustain with more, just Morbid Mask. Even Undying is there, you know, helping team out instead.
Yes.
So he's just taking the XP instead.
No, those zombies are giving hit targets, buddy. Very useful.
Yeah, it was actually pretty insane to watch him help out in the Roche Pit. It's not like they had enough damage.
My goodness, thank you, Undying. Somebody tip that man. However, we still see Deucey keeping up with farm, doing fine. A Meteor Hammer, the meme hammer, comes out on the Nyx Assassin, the classic combo. Will memes win here today? Maybe. I guess in a way they already have.
How did we live before memes? That's my question. Like, what did we do?
We didn't do anything. Like, everyone farmed. It was like a feudal society. Memes are the only thing that's kept... Without Pepe the Frog, society would crumble at this point. It's a universal way to relieve the horrifying stress of our nightmarish existences in 2020. Without memes, it would all be over. We'd be in the medieval ages yet again.
And we don't want to do that, so keep sharing your memes. If someone tags you in the meme, you have to respond. Also, if someone sends you like 4 memes, you do not just reply to the latest one. You also need to reply to every single one of them.
Every single one. Give a thorough
that's
review.
That's what triggers me. Yeah, if someone just replies to the last one.
No. I posted this Pepe. I need a reference on it, please.
You know what's worse?
Yes.
The worst thing about memes is when someone says, I've seen it. Like, this just kills me. No.
Nobody cares. Here we go.
Whoa.
Why, hello, Dolly. That guy's scripting.
When you have a hero who has a blink dagger
Yeah.
and has quick fingers, you start with the toss. Then they can't blink out.
Oh, I guess it was a lack of respect there, Lacoste, from Iceberg. Way to make a nice, you know, rivalry out of nowhere. I love it. It's what we must do. Dota players are quite polite. It's infuriating. Just one time I want someone to come out on booth and say, I legitimately hate Ace, and I want to beat him. Never happens.
Medusa's farming a lot. Level 17, Grobo, getting Scotty as the next item. Scotty, I mean, I've said it throughout the tournament. Scotty's just busted, especially against the range heroes.
Yeah. Lacoste, has anyone ever sent you some really hilarious hate mail? You ever get any real hate messages?
Yeah, there are a couple. I mean, people don't understand that it actually makes you laugh. It's not like you're worried for your life. Oh no, this guy's gonna get me.
Oh, here we go. Wow, just popping the ultimate there from Dusa, making sure that she's safe as the entirety of FlyToMoon is up here. Nice heads-up move there. As soon as she sees anyone, just pops that ult. Everyone else backing up as well. Only grab out those 2 supports.
Only, huh?
Only the Enigma. I mean, who cares? Kill Oracle. Kill Oracle and you just walk away. You know you can't fight that. Look at those pings. Here we go. Could be an initiation here as the Eagle Scepter tossed back into the ultimate. Already have the ult down, so no hope. What I thought was a very heads-up play turned out to be the nail in the coffin there. Without the ult, they can do whatever they want.
That's such a great play from General. Now Morphling has that Ethereal Blade. I just don't feel like 5-man has lineup that can fight, you know. So one of the reasons why they're losing so hard. How is Bloodseeker position 4 gonna make a rotation? You have Oracle, who doesn't make any aggressive rotations at all. Enigma just wants to farm his items. Medusa, I mean, we all know what Medusa does.
Oh, there we go. That is why you pick a Nyx Assassin against that uncontrollable damage. Gotta be more careful than that. Can't just farm a wave. And this is looking indeed pretty rough. 5 men have got to get themselves some kind of defense here. Dusa comes back in 1 second. Defense. Okay, here comes a TP. We see Batrider. We have Enigma Black Hole. We have everything but Bloodseeker, but Bloodseeker has already not existed in this game anyway. Here comes an initiation here. Morphling in a little bit of trouble. The grab, the pullback. He is purged up, and we do have the damage, but he does have the Aegis. Will they follow up with a Black Hole?
Where's that Blackie?
No. They will not. and could potentially see a kill here on the Undying. He does have the Soul Rip, getting him back up to HP.
Oh, Morph got ruptured.
Morphling literally just farming while ruptured. Not a fear in the world.
They need to find Enigma. Oh
boy.
Carapace.
Everyone's taking it real careful here. General now in the back line. PKP popped by Chessie. Chasing down that Death Prophet. She's got a lot of HP. And Morphling in the back. Chuck, chuck, boom, baby. As they now move in.
It's a good setup for a black hole, but he's afraid of Nick.
Whenever you're ready. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready. Any moment now. Okay, too late now. And there it is.
FlyToMoon is just outplaying 5 men right now. I mean, it comes down to that they have no real stuns. They don't have a way to initiate a team fight. They already used Lasso on Morphling to take the Aegis off, so they're just, you know, running around.
All right, lucky for me, as the game seems to be already nearly over.
37 minutes left.
I'm fine, dude. It's actually great. Let's go FlyToMoon as they take down that Rax. Now, game's never over in a Enigma game. You could have, they own so much, a nice black hole on 5 men, 2 5 men, followed up by literally every spell that they have, could have the possibility of killing one of these guys. So that could be a hype moment. It's not over yet, Lacoste.
It's not.
Look out, Justin Beaver! Get out of it! No, my God, no. Not the Beaver Courier.
Beaver is done.
Jesus. Much like the career of old Justin, the Beaver falls. I've only had respect for Justin Beaver. I like him. I like his spiel.
Oh, what an initiation from Roger. Just uses that clumsiness. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity, so they're just going to back off.
Goodbye. Real talk, though. When we talk, I was being facetious about Justin there. I actually don't give a shit about Justin Beaver, but I do respect Miley Cyrus.
Oh, yeah.
Big ups on Miley, you know? She just decided no more country. Now I'm going to be insane, and now she's back to country. I wish I could reinvent myself. Miley does it. Wow, what a very important creep wave that must have been, as Ace pokes out in front of the entire team for it.
Oh, they're going to find their observer board.
Oh my God, no.
This is not a usual place where you place an obs. They're still going to bring it down. Like Medusa hits. She needs a damage item. Like she farms this Scotty, and then she decides, like, do I need to get Rapier or do I get Daedalus? Maybe there's not going to be even enough time to buy or finish a Scotty if FlyToMoon just says, yeah, let's end this game. But they're respecting Medusa, you know. The high ground defense with the Oracle, Misery giving her some spell amp, and the attack speed with the Blood Rage.
It's too much respect, man. They got to end this game. There are win conditions from 5 men. They are very far away, but finish the stranglehold you have. Finish them now before they get the chances to return to greatness, as we see Mr. Bat going up top, but the unstoppable damage will be nearly his demise. Nice BKB pulled out by Oracle with that save, sticking him inside of that Bloodseeker ult, and they will actually get a tiny out of that. A little too aggressive. The rest of the team of FlyToMoon was in that general vicinity, but they decided not to come. It will cost them tiny.
Ace gets the last hit, 600 gold. Tiny is extremely farmed, you know, so this could potentially be a comeback. Never underestimate the power of Medusa. They have good heroes of just defending the high ground, Midnight Pulse, Blood Rite, and they have this play with the Batrider's Lasso, dragging him into the tier 4 towers.
That is scary. We did not really talk about that amplified damage from that Bloodseeker. You alluded to it before with his position 4. Now we're going to be able to see that in action. His job is what old Ogre Magi used to do. He's going to just walk around giving her Blood Rage. Is that what it's called? I think so. And then
Blood Rage and Bloodlust. It's like you need to have blood.
Just blood in the name. He is the Bloodseeker. And yeah, we'll see some mega damage coming out there. I mean, legitimately, and I know I've been saying this entire time, one good black hole with Medusa in this game could turn around.
For sure.
There's the BKB! Exodia has been built. Will it actually happen, though? It is all on Enigma's shoulders at this moment. Roger looking around for a pick here, as the entire team is very clumped up on 5 men. They are smoking, gentlemen. Here they go. They find the guy they don't want to find the most. He actually digs a little hole and then they all will run away sadly. So the greatest defense I've ever seen from a smoke attempt, he literally just used the trusty shovel, and that was so alpha, they all backed up. You know you're a big man when you see their hard carry, and you just use trusty shovel and stand there. That is badass.
Midas, come on.
Come on, Dusa. You can't be holding this Midas. Here we go. The boys on the back end. Wow, these guys are really have some misconnections here. Should, you know, contact each other somehow. Both teams just searching for each other in the wrong areas.
Radiant are scanning.
Lacoste, what is this? What are these guys looking for? They're just standing here.
They're waiting for the biggest creep so he can Midas it.
They're waiting. The bait is sprung, and it looks like they're actually in Roshan now. If they find them in Roshan, this could be the fight. Roshan is up in 20 seconds. It's a late Roshan. He does not want to be part of this fight. He is a pacifist as always. And there we go. BKB popped, doesn't get a target. That is certainly going to cost him. He does pick up the Morphling on the back end, and they send that Dosa. Here comes the one-man black hole. BKB, 10-second black hole, but they do take out the Morphling. That's a huge thing. Here comes the ultimate coming out from Dusa, looking for some targets here. Will they find it? What are you doing over there? Undying, just sitting there. He's staring. He put his zombies in the... Oh, Gaben spawns Roshan at the exact second that it would help this team. He is watching it. Here we go, a little initiation, and they will try to save that. Tiny gets knocked into the Roach Pit, out of position here as we see the Death Prophet on the other side. Medusa's taking way too much damage. Everyone's focusing on her. Oracle with the last second save. Yules, Bulls, and a bye-bye. But she's trying to do what she can. She's actually alive for a lot longer than we thought there. Does able to pick up. Roshan gets a kill even.
We might see another Roche fight. All the heroes that actually deal Roche damage are gone from the game. There's no Dead Prophet, there's no Morph, no Medusa, so we're gonna see one more Roche team fight.
Tiny says, get away from my bug, as he slaps that bat out of there. Misery now in some serious trouble. Holy shit! You just see that guy get one shot? That was like half of his HP, oh Jesus. I'm sorry, that was a... Woo! I haven't seen a bone destroy something that hard since
Clinks got buffed.
Since my wedding night.
Okay, so VP's out. He's the one.
Kyle's giving me a shake and a thumbs down. It's okay in the eyes of the Lord. We had our prenuptials. We had our agreements. If it's cool with Jesus, I hope it's cool with you, Kyle. Fuck. As we go into this Roshan pit.
So sometimes it's the best if you die first. So you respawn the first into a team fight. Cheese and Aegis for them. So VTune, I think whoever got this Aegis is gonna be controlling the game. Medusa still dies. You see, she deals a ton of damage. I believe that's Rapier.
Rapier? Show it to me. Show it to me.
In 2,000 gold.
In 2,000 gold, if I don't
Midas.
see that Rapier. Take it from the words of Dendi himself. He says, if you're losing, why not Rapier? That's what Dendi said to me after losing his 30th consecutive game. No, kidding. But honestly, though, get a Rapier. We've seen so many Medusas not get it in situations like this where they're so far behind. You lose one more team fight, it's probably over anyway. All in, baby. Go nuts.
I'm down for it. Zibe, he's holding on to Filet, so there's gonna be some extra gold coming out for him. And they have a repair kit, so they can hold.
That's good. Bloodseeker might be a piece of garbage this game, but he does have that high ground defense with the Blood Right. And it's only going to get stronger and more often. We see those spatter legs coming out. Nice grab there on the Morphling. This is a huge grab if they can make it happen. Lacoste, look at that HP going out, but he does have a Manta style, able to get away. And that will be two very important spells coming out there to no avail. It will be some time before we see that lasso yet again.
They needed Medusa to be there and start hitting when he drags him back. Otherwise, they don't have enough damage. He's going to Manta style off the silence. Good try from 5 men. I don't think they should have tried to do it that way, especially because Medusa is getting closer to Divine Rapier, so you want to have that for the next fight.
Sure.
I'm just not sure where you send the courier.
I mean, it would
You need to send it on the enemies.
Yeah, true. You could have stalled a little bit, though. I mean, you get that Aegis, and then it's even easier for you to get that Divine Rapier. So I don't blame him for trying something here. Lasso doesn't have the longest cooldown in the world, but it is significant as they start to push uphill. Woo! Straight initiation onto that Medusa. Nice job by the Oracle to insta-purge that as quick as possible. But Morphling, they don't really have a lot to stop him without just getting that black hole. She's going to hit him up, stunning up.
Say that again?
Yeah, as you can see, he's fine. I'm not kidding. They don't have a lot to kill him unless they commit their only stun, black hole. Their one actual stun.
There's a courier on the secret shop. Not sure who is it.
Look at that brave
All
one.
Right.
So brave. That is an Agnum Scepter coming out there. Okay. Waiting for this push. Nice Ags coming out from Tiny. We have seen Tiny really transition in that late games, just become a tree volley monster.
Oh no, Medusa just decided to buy MKB.
Coward! Absolutely cowardice! Let this match be an example to you to what the reward for cowardice is. Death. That is the reward. You will die now. If they win, I'll be quite silly feeling.
She still deals a ton of damage, don't get me wrong, but maybe they feel that, you know, FlyToMoon cannot go uphill. They have Medusa, they have Repair Kit, Midnight Pulse, Blood Rite. It's very hard for them. If FlyToMoon wants to go in, I think it's the perfect time right now. They have still a minute and 30 seconds left on that Aegis. That Prophet ulti is up again.
Yep, all the ultimates that were wasted on the last attempt at Morphling's life have returned. And here we go. Attempt number 2. This time Dusa is by, though. And we get the ultimate coming out from Dusa to try to prevent that jump. They'll take out life number 1. And we know that 5 men, or FlyToMoon, have to go in here. Here's a black hole straight on that 1 man. The BKB is popped, and Morphling is out. Here comes the turnaround on the Iceberg. Iceberg able to do nothing. And even Bloodseeker, your pathetic Bloodseeker, is in the front. He almost grabs himself an Undying. And my God, Lacoste, BKB black hole after the lasso. Death Prophet, where were you?
Death Prophet just chilling.
Where were you, Death Prophet?
They definitely need Death Prophet to be that front guy trying to, you know, siege the tier 3 towers, but I believe they also saw that Repair Kit on Bloodseeker, so they don't want to deal any chip damage and put themselves in a bad spot. They need to go in and take the tower, but
DP?
they did exactly what I said. You know, they just brought Medusa, did exactly same thing where they dragged Morphling back into the base, managed to kill him once because of the MKB right now.
Yeah, but Morphling cannot, as you said, be the frontliner. He just doesn't have the HP for it through 2 of the game's best consecutive stuns.
Now your Medusa is sitting on 4,000 gold.
Oh boy.
Things are not looking good for FlyToMoon anymore.
They had their chance. The time was there, and soon the cowardice will be replaced by hubris as Dusa now gets even closer to more deadly stuff. I don't think we've ever seen the meme hammer used. Have we seen it once?
Nope.
Homie.
That's why it's called a meme hammer, you know. He's just saving all the good memes for later.
That's right.
It's a meme, you know. Don't use it.
Trying to resell those memes for a high price. Misses the stun, cancels the meme hammer, and she walks away. But a very powerful mana break there. As
She's out of mana.
It's okay. She has just barely enough to ult, making her way out, as the rest of the team will also disappear, costing them a very costly Death Prophet ulti. That's what should have been pushing the bottom racks as they went on Morphling last time. Now they have to wait even longer. A large mistake there, getting those haunted ladies out. Do you know the lore of Death Prophet's ulti?
No, I don't.
Every time the Death Prophet dies, that's her. They come back and they haunt herself. Another confusing one. Here we go, Undying picked off somehow. I don't know what he was doing over there, but having a nice little vacation as he seppukus himself. And I guess he was warding. That's why you never do that at home, kids. Don't ward. Justin Beaver is back. The courier has recovered, unlike the pop star.
Yeah. You were wondering what happens to Enigma and his conversions, his Eidolons. The same thing with the Death Prophet ulti.
Yeah.
That's the lore.
Maybe they're, you know, meant to be together. Interesting. Very interesting. What's your favorite line in Dota that a character says? I only say that because one of my favorites is Death Prophet, so it's like, my babe, come back to me, come back to me. I love that one. actually ruins our in real life lives. Every time anyone in talent says I, all of the talent repeat it with I.
Whoever doesn't say it buys the dinner.
That's right.
That's the rule.
Whoever doesn't say it, 100 chicken nuggets for Jankies.
He's been eating chicken nuggets
I'm afraid.
every single day.
If you are what you eat, that guy is a very, very disgusting chemically engineered chicken product. That is.
Yesterday, he offered me a mix of a Diet Coke and an energy drink. He says, you know, the recipe, he told me the secret recipe, it's 30% of Coke and 70% of the energy drink.
Jenkins is literally mummifying himself as a living creature. A diet only of chicken nuggets and zero, you know, what do you call that? Zero sugar drinks. Aspartame.
Yeah.
Pretty sure if any open source of fire went anywhere near Jenkins, he would burst into flame at this point with the amount of dishwasher-like chemicals present in his body. However, back to this game. Speaking of chemicals, there is a lot going on in the hypothalamus of these guys. The pituitaries are flowing as many aggressive chemicals are being spread. These boys, they got all the emotions. Anger, fear. The pituitary gland is pulsing right now. Little thing. Fun fact, real story, I did not go to one of my neuroscience classes for almost 6 months. I took the grand final. The final was 80% of the grade. I put hypothalamus on almost every question, and I got a C. So.
I'm really impressed. I really am. So smoke coming out from 5 men. They found some really nice tier 4 items.
Yes.
Illusion Escape for Medusa. You can easily bait it out. Midas once again ready, not being used. Zibe, I think he's holding on to either Fillet or Spell Prism. Yeah, see, he got rid of the Fillet, now just Spell Prism, lowering the cooldown of his abilities, plus a talent.
Oh, wow,
Jesse,
a little
nice
slow
meta
there.
dodge.
Nice job, and we'll see that initiation. He's got to grab somebody here. They are going to be able to take out that Death Prophet. Not a bad grab, as Tiny throws some trees on the back line. Enigma still has his entire kit ready to go. And we see Chessie saved up by the Oracle now. Nyx Assassin in that vision of the Roshan, absolutely destroyed here. Enigma uses nothing. They get a fantastic pick. They get a Roshan. Gaben spawns the Rosh yet again. And oh my god!
Reds.
Jeez.
Iceberg. 3 buybacks. All right, they really want to secure this Rosh, but, you know, Lasso will be up.
Oh, wow.
Soon, Rosh dragged out of the pit.
Did you see Always Want to Fly with that aggressive TP onto the shrine and then he just spider legs through the entire enemy team? What a badass. Oh, you've got to go get that neutral item, and they're actually going to give up Roshan from those buybacks. Is that necessary?
Medusa was low on mana. Oracle did not have ulti, neither Batrider, so I guess they just say, we're very strong at defending the high ground. We don't care about your Aegis, and they picked up Refresher. Not the best one in this kind of situation. I'd still prefer if they get Aghanim Scepter on one of the heroes.
And it's as Kyle says, you know, all the spells are used. Buyback, who cares? Still have to contend, however, with Dusa and Black Hole, both still available. Double damage, waiting for someone to pick it up. Will it be more?
Alrighty, so I was thinking about it. Who's gonna get Abyssal Blade? We saw yesterday one hero that does not usually buy Abyssal. I can't remember which one it was, but he bought it against Enigma.
I believe it was Darkseer.
It was Darkseer, you're correct.
Yes. Double damage actually going out to Iceberg, as we see the tree thrower himself now getting ready. The horrific catapult, or trebuchet, probably more. Wow!
He's just gonna one-shot the creepway with it.
Terrifying. As, the team 5 men, they are stacked up yet again. We have yet to see more than a 2-man black hole. The opportunity is still there. A Gem of True Sight picked up by your Nyx Assassin.
So, yeah, back to the Abyssal Blade talk.
Sure.
They needed something that can pierce Enigma's BKB black hole. And they don't have a single ability.
It does do that now.
It stuns him, yep.
My goodness gracious.
Unless Enigma, you know, gets a defensive item. One more. There's a Lincoln Sphere on Medusa right now, so no Rapier yet.
Refresher on the Enigma. He's actually going to go for Ags instead of that.
I mean, he doesn't know what Morphling is building.
True.
not showing anything yet.
You're
This
never...
attack speed from Medusa is insanely good that Bloodseeker gives him.
Whee! I don't feel bad. You had your chance to fly to the moon. 12-3 it was. Then you backed out of that middle tower. Now we're in Pain Town, but it still is anybody's game. If they can make sure to get that Medusa first, nobody has the damage really to kill anyone that goes into a black hole. So it is literally Medusa gaming right now with a nice initiation. Wow, just tossing the trees onto that illusion. Interesting. Almost 25 on that Tiny, by the way. The Basher comes out closer and closer to that Abyssal Blade. But why Abyssal on the Morph? Isn't Morph the one who's going to be stunned up literally the entire time?
Enough gold to buy it, and they need the gold right now. I mean, they need to use it. Who else is going to buy it?
I mean, sell the meme hammer, do whatever you can. One of these guys that's not immediately target number 1 needs that Abyssal. There's no point in having it.
It's a very expensive item.
Yeah.
There it is, full Abyssal Blade on Morph.
Okay.
That's how you counter BKB Enigma.
Well, we'll see if it works. I would be very surprised if Enigma does use that ultimate on anyone but Morph. But we'll see how she rolls here.
So she is level 25.
Woo!
Bloodshot uses modifiers, AoE Scotty, AoE Daedalus. Not too bad.
Dang. You know that classic caster question, what would your level 25 talent be? Your strongest talent? Mine would be to have a deeper voice. I'm not asking what the talents are. I'm not that dumb. It uses modifiers, I know! But what would your 25 talent be, Lacoste? If you could have anything in the world after become enough experienced, what would it be?
Just a global silence, you know. The world is dumb, but just say, shut the fuck up.
How many times have you used that in our cast here today, Lacoste?
How inside my head? I mean, I would not say it to the world.
You don't have to answer.
No, I would say it to you.
Okay.
No, you're doing a good job, Slacks. Keep it up.
Thank you. We'll see if Twitch
There it
agrees.
is. Rapier.
Hell yeah. She was...
600 damage, AoE. With some extra procs from MKB, Daedalus, Scotty. She's holding onto spider leggies.
Spider legs! That's what I want to see. A little bit of mobility gets her out of a really tight situation.
Yeah.
Now that you have Rapier, you've got another way to get out, and this Dusa is looking so hard to take right now.
She sold the boots, so needed an item.
Spider legs is boots. It's
It
better
is.
boots. Sell your boots. Get the spider. Works for Broodmother. Horrifying item, I must say. To just have legs appear out of you, gangling spider legs. Absolutely horrific. But we do see, well, okay, he's actually got the Abyssal Blade in the backpack. I guess he doesn't need it until he needs it, but he's got the Aegis, of course, so not anymore, sucker! Doesn't use the Aegis. FlyToMoon, this is not the aggression we're used to. We used to see these guys diving towers, murdering people. Dare I say they are afraid, Lacoste? Is fear within them?
Possibly. After trying to siege high ground multiple times, they managed to take the barracks on top, but even Tiny's getting Rapier. He's level 25 as well. Sell that cheese. Sell everything. Get that... Oh, you said it.
Yeah.
When team is losing a game, just buy Rapier.
That's it. You got nothing to lose. Both teams, they know they lose the next team fight. It will cost them dearly. Might as well add some more to that dearly, as 5 men have legitimately simply become 5 men standing next to each other at all times. Anyone gets picked out, could be the end. Meanwhile, much more spread out by FlyToMoon as they're making sure that all these lanes are pushed in. And now we see the call. Oracle draws an arrow. The time has come. Boom! Shakalaka. Turn that volume up as we see the smoke. Chessie looking for a pick. If he gets that Morphling, this game is basically done. We are going to see Pop, and he grabs the Nyx Assassin, but Morphling there. Abyssal out, and it's not enough to instantly kill him, but it is enough to get the team away. Now they know that their time has come to move in. No big ultimates used, however. It is just that. A nice Aeon Disc, but a great
what
start
a ravage.
by Roger. Takes out the Enigma, the meme hammer, perfectly executed there, but it's time to go on Morphling. This chick is alone. double buybacks. We have buyback on Enigma. He's not using it for some reason as the entire team buys back here. Pops the Lincoln Sphere, trying to get that Rupture out on the Death Prophet. Death Prophet now knows that down, and Morphling goes back in. Straight out top of Medusa.
That's too much damage from Medusa.
That's a lot of damage, Morphling. Get out of there. Oh, no, not looking good. Chessie does not have an ultimate, but the damage from Deucey. Lucy Deucey with a Divine Rapier makes that beautiful Morphling a tasty little treat for Mama Snake.
All right, it's time for Iceberg to sell his items and get the Divine Rapier.
Yes, yes, yes. And unfortunately, due to your votes, the clock has been extended, which is
I believe that was just OD making multiple accounts, freezing it so he does not have to work.
He is legitimately in a pub game right now, Aghanim's Trial. He's been in there for 50 minutes, and I do see OD1234 in the chat. Not trying to say that someone's doing bots, but clearly there are bots. As we see Ace hitting that tower, backdoor to protection. What's that, Lacoste? What is backdoor protection? That's not real. Repair kit and fortify in the most panicked move I've ever seen. Even put another building down. Maybe she'll hit that building instead. It actually works.
That's pants in real life. Backdoor protection.
Oh my god, a nice initiation here by Chessie, able to grab himself that Undying. Even another tombstone is put up, but that was the plan. Two scary zombies appear, and Medusa runs. Oh, I can't take the terror of those zombies.
They have so many ways of buffing up this Medusa. You have Bloodseeker, you have Oracle sitting behind him, there's a Solar Crest on the team. Attack speed is off the charts.
That is pretty much a monster right now. The entire team, I mean, how do you kill her? That is a great question. FlyToMoon. The only thing that they can do is put down the zombies, which Medusa is naturally terrified of, and then makes her run away in terror.
Yeah. If you know the lore, zombies cannot be turned into stone.
It's
one
true.
of the reasons why she just runs away.
Or bitten by snakes. Their leathery skin too hard for those bitey snakes. So that is a lore fight right here. As we see, Roshan has responded here. Mr. Five Men, they are so confident. I believe that this Roshan will be going down without any even
double scan.
thought. They don't even think they're in that Roshan right now because they're so confident. And this is the kind of move that can get FlyToMoon back in. Aghanim Scepter, Refresher Orb. It's a big one. And now Nyx Assassin gets a free Ags, which will probably have a pretty significant impact. Here we go, though. D-warding coming out from 5 men. They are smoked up, trying to get this Refresher Orb. Grab it already. The whole team's there, for God's sakes.
Nyx Assassin with the Timeless Relic. Like, he burns ton of mana and deals a lot of damage. Also, Roger, man, that blink and 2-man impale on Enigma and 1 hero was just insanely good.
Yeah,
one of the reasons why they won that fight. So, 20k gold lead for FlyToMoon.
Yet they're still on the back end because of just how big this Deuce is. But you're absolutely right. We finally got that blink on Nyx Assassin. He took Enigma out of that fight. That has got to be scary for Enigma, who's been have all these items, but if he's just first gone on and he does nothing, and he just doesn't have any HP, has no defense. Aghanim Scepter coming out from Lucy Deucey in a Shadow Blade here at 52 minutes.
Shadow Blade Bat, alright, so that's gonna help out with the initiation, even though I saw a gem being bought on Nyx Assassin.
So much vision coming out from FlyToMoon just to protect their Nyx Assassin. And surprised by that pickup, but whatever. It's late game, you got unlimited money, do you? Would have maybe liked to see an Ags. Imagine if Batrider got 2 people. It would make a world of difference at this game. What do I know, right?
Well, what do you know exactly?
What do I know? Jesus.
Let's go. Tiny with that Divine Rapier and Aegis. I mean, if they're fighting anywhere close to the trees, that's gonna hurt.
That is going to nearly be a wipe on 3 out of 5 of these guys here on this team. They get some pings. They see him going for the shrine. Could it be the shrine?
Undying Refresher level 20 with the Tombstone on that. That's going to be a lot of Tombstone.
And here comes the initiation. Tombstone down on the uphill, but they will back up away from that Tombstone, and Oracle is alive. Instantly going on, but we do grab the Morphling. Morphling is down. Here come the trees. It's a terrible toss as he's turned into stone. Look at that damage from Doocy. Run for your goddamn lives. Everyone trying to get out as quick as possible. Oh my goodness.
Oh, another good stun from Nyx.
Very good, trying to save his buddies as the trees do come out on target that time. Instant buyback though. They will try to go on top of this Medusa once again. Undying is dead. TP back in.
A lot of pings. They know where Nyx Assassin is. Medusa's out of mana. They need to chase now. That's a Divine Rapier. She's on the hill.
Look at this high ground positioning. Nice shot by the Nyx Assassin. It was that Agnum Scepter kept him hidden. And now the turnaround. Great buyback. Do they know that there is a Divine Rapier up there? They do. They're going to go ahead and grab it on the Morphling. Now Morphling is huge. And really, in that fight, Nyx Assassin did it all. He stuns the entire team. He meme hammers with the Agnum Scepter. This Roshan has been such a huge part of this game, Lacoste.
They did not see him there. He was buried using a Meteor Hammer, burning the mana on Medusa multiple times. They had a good vision.
I don't think they can defend this. All they have is Medusa, no buybacks. The BKB, the Black Hole, never used. The Refresher, never used. They just got that poor Enigma, and Ace sits here alone and in shambles, completely alone.
Medusa? That if she died here, that's game.
That is
no mana.
Game.
Nyx Assassin just completely dumpsters her in the late game. GG is called.
GG. My goodness. Darkseer has purple balls. After watching that Enigma, I have a colored balls of my own. Where were those black holes? Makes me very, very sad.